Good afternoon, student. Here I am Dr. Kshatriya. Welcome in my YouTube channel, that is the Dr. Kshatriya Amita. This channel is for BSc Agriculture honors students, specifically whatever the courses of agriculture extension educations are there. So we are going to discuss the today's topic, that is the social institution, which comes under the course number extension 111, course titled Rural Sociology and Educational Psychology, and course credit is 2+0. So what we are going to discuss in today's topic, that under the social institution, what is the meaning of institutions, what is the definition of social institution, what are the major institutions are there, that is formal, informal. Under that, whatever the institutions is there, we are going to discuss about the types of that institutions and role of institutions or social institutions in agriculture extension, and some important questions related to this topic. Okay, so let's start our today's topic, that is the social institutions. So social institutions, in that, what is the meaning of this this institution is, so institution is nothing but is association which have set procedures and rules of functioning. In Marathi, institution is a sanstha. So any type of the any institution is there which have association, have some set of procedures and rules of functioning. So people who are in that particular institutions, means association of the people. For example, college is there, so here student and teachers or lecturers, association of the student and lecturers is there. They have some motto. Teachers give the education or give the knowledge to the student, and student are getting that particular knowledge, means teaching learning process is going on there. Some type of the procedures is there, sometimes rules of functioning are there. According to that, working is going of that particular institution. So that is your institution is there. And what is the definition of social institutions? So social institution, according to the Hutton scientist, it is an organized system of social relationship which embodies certain common values and procedure and certain basic needs of the society. So it is one of the organized system. Okay, here what, some kind of the social relationship is there which embodies, means whatever the peoples are in the particular institutions, they have some certain common values and procedure and certain basic needs of the society, is called as your social institutions. Okay, so it is nothing but it is the organized system of social relationship which embodies certain common values and procedure and certain basic needs of the society. It's called as your social institutions. Then again, one definition according to Landis, it is a social institution or formal cultural structure devised to meet basic social needs. So it is one of the formal cultural structure is there which meet the basic social needs, is called as your social institution according to Landis. Then we move towards the next slide. Here, which are the major institutions in a rural society? So there is a different kind of the institutions are there under the rural society. The rural institutions may be grouped under two categories. Which are the two categories? First is informal or social institutions. Second is a formal institutions. Okay, so these two major institutions present in your rural society, there is informal and formal. So under the informal institutions or social institutions, family is there, marriage is there, religion is there, class is there, caste is there. And under formal institutions, government or political is there. So under that, gram panchayat is there, education, that is a school is there, again economy, it's a service cooperative. Okay, so this is the some of the major institutions in our rural society, that is informal and formal. So you should go through this in list whatever the institutions under comes, the informal and formal institutions. Then we are going to discuss first of all which institutions, that is the informal institutions or social institutions. So what are the function of the each and every institutions and their types. Okay, so first of all we are going to discuss about the family. So what is the family? So family is nothing but, according to Ogburn and Nimcave, it is the family is a more or less durable association of husband and wife with children, or a man and woman alone. Okay, means its family is nothing but it is what? It is association of husband and wife with their children, or a man and woman alone. That is your family. Again, it is a relatively permanent and socially sanctioned group of parents and children. Okay, so that is your family. Then functions of family. So what are the functions of family? First is a means of procreation. Means what? Means of reproduction, to reproduce the children. Then means of satisfy sexual needs of husband and wife. This is the second function of family. Then providing sustenance and care of dependents. So whatever family members are, they are having the some care for each other. Okay, so they provide some sustenance and dependent, they are dependent on each other. Then the fourth is a socializing children. Okay, then the fifth is the division of labor. So according to the different activities are there, different functions are there in, or different kind of the work is there in family. So all the members doing as per their particular work distributed to them. So they are doing different kind of the work or activity according to their capability. So division of labor is there. So then next is a fulfill basic needs of the member. So who is the head of the family of the particular who is the head of that particular family? He are going to fulfill the needs of the member of that particular family. Okay, so father is if head of the family, so he will be fulfill all the needs of the particular family members. Then next is your sharing the economics activities. Then furnishing education to younger. So those children present in the particular family, parents those are elder in the family, they are going to furnishing the education to the youngers. Then the transmitting traditions generation to generation. So we already discussed in the cultural concept, that is culture is a transmitted from generation to generation, or tradition is a transmitted from generation to generation. It is from our grandparents to our parents, from parents to children. So that is thing is there. Then next is a furnishing status to the families, have some status. Okay, it is socio-economic status. Okay, so what kind of the class is there? So should we try to maintain their status? So furnishing the status to the family. Then to develop partitions, cooperations and interaction among the members. So to have cooperation and interaction among the members of the particular family, it is one of the function. And to develop the sense of security. So whatever the members are there, who is the head of the family or who are the elders one in their particular family, they develop the sense of security to their members. Okay, so that is one of the thing is here, one of the function of this family. Then family is the basic unit of society, you should keep in mind. So it will be asked for the objective type question. So family is the basic unit of society, and it is also the basic unit of extension work. So when we talking about the society, the family is very important here. It is one of the basic unit, and when the particular extension worker want to do work with the rural people, so they first of all consider the family of that particular person. So it is a basic unit of both unit of society and also the unit of for extension work. Then there are different kind of the types of family. So family is a first informal institutions or social institutions. So we are going to discuss about the first institution under the formal institution. It is a type of family. Okay, so what is the family? We already discussed in the previous slide. So there are different kind of types of family are there according to the blood relation bring together. So according to blood relation, what kind of the families are there? Nuclear family, conjugal family, joint family, the consanguine family. So these are the two family are there. Nuclear means what? Family consists of husband, wife and their unmarried children. And nuclear family is what? Or joint family is what? Family is an aggregate of more than one primary family, means more than one nuclear family on the basis of close blood. That is your grandparents, your parents, then your uncle, auntie and their children and you. So all they are, when it's come together, they called as a joint family. Okay, so the next is your according to the numerous of husband and wife. So there is a monogamous family is there, polygamous family is there, and polyandrous family is there. So this families comes under the your according to the numerous husband and wife. So monogamous family is what? Is the family where one man marries to one woman. Okay, monogamous family, polygamous family and polyandrous family, these are the according to the numerous husband and wife, these categories are there. So monogamous family is what? Is the family where one man marries to one woman. Polygamous family is the family where one man marries to more than one woman. Then polyandrous family is one which a woman is married to more than one husband, usually several brother. Okay, so one woman married to more than one husband usually is called as a several brother, that is your polyandrous family. So this is according to the numerous of husband and wife. Then third types under the family, that is according to rule of lineage or ancestry. So patrilineal family and matrilineal family. So what is the patrilineal family? Where determination of the descent and property inheritance takes place along the male line. So whatever the property is there, it is along with the male line. Okay, so what is the varasa म्हणतो ना आपण त्याला, varasa property which is kept by the male line. So that is a patrilineal family. Matrilineal family is opposite to that, in which determination of the descent and property. So whatever the descent means what? A particular thing is having with the one individual person. So they have authority on that particular thing. So descent and property inheritance takes place along the female line is called as your matrilineal. So that is according to rule of lineage and ancestry. Then next is your according to the rule of residence. Okay, so there is a patrilocal family is there, matrilocal family is there, and neolocal family is there. So these are the three, and neolocal family. So patrilocal family is what? Is one where the married couple and their offspring put up with the husband's family. So married couple and their offspring means their children they are living with the husband's family or a new household set up by the husband. That is a patrilocal family. And matrilocal family is what? Is one where the husband goes to live with the family of his wife. Husband goes to live with the family of his wife, and family line goes along with the mother. That is your matrilocal family. What is the neolocal family? Is one where the newlywed couple set up separate residence and live with neither the wife's or neither the husband's parents, or son start living with his wife separately after marriage. That is your neolocal family. These are the types of family under the accordance to rule of residence. Then next is on the basis of authority, patriarchal family, matriarchal family. So what is the patriarchal family? Is the family where male being the head of the family. Who is the head of the family? Male being the head of the family possesses inclusive powers. He is owner and administration of the family property rights. So whatever the decisions going to take place in the particular family, they all power having with the male or the particular husband of that particular family, or have the all the property rights. Okay, so he is the head of the family. Matriarchal family is the family where the female being the head of the family and possesses all the inclusive power, so she can take all the decision. Male is subordinated to her. She is owner and administrator of the family property rights. So this is on the basis of authority, that is a patriarchal family and matriarchal family. Then so second informal social institution is a marriage. First we discussed, that is a family. So what is the marriage? Marriage is nothing but it is socially sanctioned things involved in the marriage, which is a civil or religious ceremony authorizing two persons of opposite sex, that is male and female. They are engaged in what kind of things? Sexual and the other consecutive and correlated socio-economic relations with each other. It's called as your marriage. So marriage having the different types of there. So what are the types? Exogamy, endogamy. Under the endogamy, levirate and sororate is there. Third is the polygamy and polyandry. Fourth is the adelphic or fraternal polyandry, and fifth is the heterogamy. So these are the 5 types of marriages there. So we are going to discuss one by one. So first is a exogamy. Exogamy is what? Marrying outside one's clan. So one woman is married with the other group of families, not within the families. That is your exogamy. Outside one's clan. Clan means what? Group of related families. So you are not married in the relatives but other than the relatives. That is your exogamy. Endogamy is what? Marrying within one's tribe, means marrying with their own relatives. One man marries to another woman within their relatives or one's tribe. That is your endogamy. Levirate is what? Levirate is nothing but man had to marry or marrying with his brother's widow. Okay. So that is your levirate. Man had to marry or marrying with his brother's widow. Okay. Sororate is what? When several sisters are simultaneously the spouses or wife of a same man. Okay, means one of there is 3 or 4 sisters are there, one by one they are marrying with simultaneously marrying with the same man. Okay, so that is your sororate. Polygamy. What is the polygamy? Polygamy is nothing but marrying with more than one person. That is a marriage of one man to several women. Means one man and several women, they are marrying. That is your polygamy. Polyandry was marriage of one woman to several men. So that is a polyandry. These are the types of marriages are there. Again, 4th number types of marriage is there. Adelphic or fraternal. So what is the fraternal? It is a Latin word frater, means brother, or polyandry. So adelphic or fraternal polyandry, when the several brothers share the same wife. That is we are taking the example of Pandavas. Pandava married with the Draupadi. That is several brothers. 5 brothers married only one woman, that is Draupadi. So or in which a woman is married to or more men who are brothers. Okay, so that is the same thing. Several brothers share the same wife, or one woman is married to two or more men who are brothers. Okay, that is your adelphic or fraternal. Fraternal means brother. Okay, so that is your types of marriage is there. Then the next type of marriage is there, hypergamy. What is the hypergamy? Is when a man marries a woman of a lower social status. When particular man marries to a lower status woman is called as your heterogamy. Or a high caste woman married a low caste man, that is also heterogamy, and she loses her own caste here. Okay, so in our India there is a different caste system is there. So if it higher caste man is married with the lower caste, it is a heterogamy, but man cannot lose his caste, woman can lose his caste. Okay, so that is the thing is here. Forms of marriage ceremonies are there. So what are the marriage ceremonies are there? Brahma marriage is there, Dev marriage is there, Ashi marriage, Asura marriage, Gandharva marriage, and the Prajapati marriage, and Rakshas marriage or Pisach marriage. Brahma marriage is nothing but when the particular father marrying her daughter with the good character man. That is your Brahma marriage. Deva marriage is a one particular girl or woman married to the priest. Okay, so that is the Deva marriage. Ashi marriage, a son-in-law gives a bull or cow at the time of marriage. Asura marriage, girl is purchased, then particular man is married with that particular girl. Gandharva marriage, marriage by mutual love. So here example is a Pandava with Draupadi. Okay, Prajapati marriage, honoring man, first of all honoring the particular man and gift her daughter to that particular man, that is a Prajapati marriage. Rakshas marriage or Pisach marriage is nothing but it's a carrying away a girl, that is your Rakshas marriage, means kidnapping the particular girl when particular girl is in unconscious, and after that marrying with that particular girl, that is a Rakshas marriage or Pisach marriage. पळून जाऊन लग्न, पळवून नेणे. Okay, so then the next is your religion. This is the third informal institutions under the major institutions of. Okay, so for this religion we already discussed in the cultural concept about this religion. So religion is nothing but is a set of belief in the supernatural powers, or religion is a set of belief regarding the relationship of man to the supernatural power called God. So different kind of the religions have the different kind of the beliefs, different kind of the gods are there. So the way of having the prayers, all these things are different. So two main component of religions are there, that is a ritual and belief. Ritual is nothing but a different kind of the ceremonies arranged by the particular religion according to the situations. So marriage ceremonies are there, offering of the prayers are there. So according to different religion, marriage ceremonies method also different. The way of marriage ceremonies are different. Okay, they also called as a different name, and offering prayer of also different. So in Muslim, namaz is there. In Hindu, bhajan, kirtan or other prayers are there. Belief is nothing but it is having in a particular god or goddess. So according to religions, Hindu having a different kind of the beliefs, that is god and goddess. Muslim different, Christian different, Sikh, Buddhist, there are difference. They have different kind of the god is there, a different kind of the novels are there. In Muslim, there is a Quran is there. In Hindu, there is a Bhagavad Gita is there. So like that, all the things are there. So this is about the religion. The function of religions. So what are the functions of religions? The first is the satisfaction of spiritual urges. So whatever the spiritual urges of the particular religion, they are satisfied. Okay. Then the help in understanding truth. What is the truth behind a particular thing? That will be the understanding by this religion. Then act as a means of social control. It has some social control toward the particular religions according to their particular traditions. Religions group provide the relaxation and enjoyment. So what kind of the relaxation and enjoyment? By offering the prayers, okay, by doing the puja to the particular god. So by celebrating the different kind of the festivals, pujas, all these things are there. So they are getting the relax and enjoyment by performing the different kind of the programs or different kind of the prayers, okay. Then they help handicapped and disabled person by giving the money or by other way, so according to their religions. So all these functions of religions are there. Then the next is your caste and class. So we already discussed in all this class and caste in the social stratification under the class and caste system. So we did not going to detail about this. You go through the characteristics of class and caste from the cultural concept. So class is what we already discussed, that is the socially classes are defined as abstract category of persons arranged in a level according to the social status they possess. Whatever the social status they have, according to that the classes are there, that is the lower, middle and higher classes. Caste is a socially category whose members are assigned a permanent status, okay. So the particular caste is by birth with a particular individual, and according to that the social hierarchy is there, okay, and that some restrictions is there, the persons follow according to that. So we already discussed these topics. This is about the class and caste, and up to this we completed our informal institutions. Then we move towards the next institutions, that is the formal institutions. So what are the formal institutions? Here government is there, education is there, economic is there. So government or political, under the gram panchayat is one of the example. Then the education, school is there, economy, it is a service cooperative or different kinds of cooperative banks are there. So all which is provided financial things, that is your comes under the economy. Then the government is what, or political or gram panchayat, it regulating the behavior of individual within the society in accordance with the required norms and protection from external aggregation, that is your government. So whatever the behavior of the particular person in a particular society, that will be according to the norms and the protection of the that external aggregation, that is your government. So it's one of the examples, the gram panchayat. Then and they have some rules and regulations, set up the procedures are there. And the education, that is the school facilities. So educational institutions are those which seek the socialize the individual in a society, to make the particular people socialize in a society, or introduce them in a formal ways into their social and cultural world by taking the education, by taking the knowledge, okay. So that is the education. Then economy is what, service cooperative, one of the example is there. So economy is institution of production, it's agriculture industry and the distribution, exchanging and consumptions of commodities, goods and service necessary for human survival. So whatever the human necessity are there, necessary or their need or wants are there, they are providing through this different kind of the industries, distributions or exchanging of the commodities and goods, okay. So all this comes under the economy. What are the financial things are there, what are the banks are there, all comes under this economy. And this is the formal institution of the your social institutions. So these are the some major institutions under the rural society, that is informal and formal, okay. So we already learned. So informal, family, marriage, religion, caste and class, and formal, that is a gram panchayat, political or government, and education, economy. So these three under the formal. So then we move towards the next topic, is the role of social institution in agriculture extension. So what is the role of the social institutions in agriculture extension? So first is the social institutions are important for the extension worker. Okay, if extension workers studied about the social institutions, so it will be help to them to provide the extension information or the particular agriculture information up to the rural people. Okay, so that is a very essential to study about the social institutions. It is important for the extension worker. Then if the work through the institution, then he can take the advantage of the role played by the institutions. Okay, this is the one of the role of social institution is there. Then the institutions can help in extension program if they are in line with the objective of the institution. If the particular program is having the objective according to their institutions, so it will be the help to conduct the different kind of the extension program organizing in the different rural area. Then the next is it provide cooperation and stability to the culture. Okay, so it gives the cooperation and stability to the culture, social institutions. Again, it gives the sense of security to the individual. So we already discussed in the family, as we taking the example family. So it gives some sense of security to the members of the family. Then this is about your social institution topic. Okay, we already completed. So if you have any doubt, you can ask in the comment box. I am trying to give the time to you and make the videos on different topics. So when I am getting the leisure time, I will sure to make all the video lectures of all the topics. So some of the questions related to these topics are: define the family, state the types of family, and explain advantage and disadvantage of joint family system in India. So advantage and disadvantage I am not taking here, and that is not that much important, but I will share the advantage and disadvantage of the family also. State the social institution and explain family institution in detail. So you should explain the family institution in detail, their types, okay, and their functions. Enlist informal social institution means family, marriage, religion, caste and class. Give the function of family and religion. Define family, enlist the different types of family and explain any two family in detail. And what do you mean by social institutions? Explain in brief about the major institution in rural society. Means you have to explain in brief about all the institutions, that is a formal and informal both here. Enlist the major social institutions in rural society and explain any two of them. Okay, so you just explain any two of them here. Define the term social institutions, write major types of institutions and explain function of family as an institution. So these are some important questions is here. You go through this and whatever they explain in this topic, and already given the definition of each and every point. So it is sufficient to you. Okay, and for objective type question you go through the details, so it will be the helpful to you, and I will share later on the objective type questions whatever we completed topic in this particular session. So this is about this topic. Okay, so if you like my videos, you can share with other student also, subscribe my YouTube channel and comment if any improvement is required. Thank you.